Video for assignment 81, math lesson 7.7. Today we're going to talk about integers, specifically when we have negative integers. Okay, so let's take a look at these and compare these integers. Now, when you see a number line, oftentimes it starts at 0 and it continues off to the right with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and so on, forever and ever and ever. But did you realize that from that 0, the number line also continues off to the left with -1, -2, -3, and so on, forever and ever? Well, keep that in mind, and then let's think about how we could compare these integers. We've got a 7 and a 5. Is 7 less than 5, equal to 5, or greater than 5? Yes, of course, 7 is greater than 5. Okay. Now, let's say we're talking -7 and -5. How do they compare? They're not equal. Is -7 less than -5? Or is -7 greater than -5? Well, if you think about your number line, you know that the farther you are to the left on that number line, the lower value you are going. So as you move to the left on the number line, you're getting lower and lower and lower. Which one of these is farther left on a number line? Is -7 or -5? Right, -7 is farther left on a number line, because if you're at 0 and you go to the left, -1, -2, -3, -4, -5, -6, -7, the numbers kind of work opposite of how they do to the right of the number line. So -7 is less than -5. Kind of basically it means you're deeper in the hole. Take a look at the rest of these and decide how you think they compare. Okay, you can pause the video if you need some extra time and then resume the video. Okay, when you did 0 and -8, you should have decided that 0 is greater than -8. -3 is less than -1. 10 is greater than -10. And -17 is greater than -19. Okay, how did you do? Here's our number line, okay, and here's our 0. Up until now, you usually only looked at the number line going to the right. But we need to realize that that number line continues to the left as well, just as far. Okay, so let's take a look at letter A. It says, what is the value of A? What value would that be? Here's 0, -10. Looks like each mark is 1, so -11, -12, -13, -14. Okay? Try to find the rest of these. And these, what is the distance from, for example, B to D? Well, if you start at B, which is at -8, and you move all the way to D, how many are you moving? From 0 to D is 8, but from -8 to 0 is also 8. So from here all the way to here, you're moving how much? Okay, solve these problems, pause the video, and then resume the video once you're done. Okay, let's check your work. The value of A is negative 14, like we said. Value of B, negative 8. Value of C, negative 2. And the value of D, 8. Okay, were you able to name those points on the number line? And then the distance between these different numbers from B to D was 16. From A to B, 6. Okay, you're moving from negative 14 up to negative 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. From B to C, also 6. You're moving from negative 8 up to negative 2. And from C to A, 12. You're going from negative 14 up to negative 2. It's a distance of 12 numbers. How'd you do? Are you kind of getting the hang of this negative number stuff? A place where we often use negatives, talking about negatives, especially here in Minnesota, is when we're talking about temperatures. And during the winter, you know that we often will drop down into negative degrees. Now, let's try these problems, okay? The temperature is 6 degrees Fahrenheit and drops 7 degrees. Okay, so we're starting at 6 degrees Fahrenheit and we're going to drop 7 degrees. If we drop 7, we're starting here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Where do we end up? Negative 1. Okay, let's try the next one. The temperature is negative 6 degrees Fahrenheit. Okay, so let's start at negative 6 here. So we're starting right there. And we're going to drop 7 degrees. So we got to drop 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Where are we at? Right, negative 13. Try these last two. Okay, pause the video and see if you can solve them. Then resume the video. Okay, you should have solved these last two problems. Let's check. The temperature is negative 2 degrees Fahrenheit. I'm going to start right there. And rises 5 degrees. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Looks like we should be at 3 degrees Fahrenheit. And the last one, the temperature is 4 degrees Fahrenheit. We're starting here. And rises 5 degrees. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we're ending up right there. 4 plus 5, 9. Okay, how did you do? If you're finding the solutions to these problems, you're doing a great job working with positive and negative integers. Now in your math message today, you were asked to complete problem 1. Open your journal to page 229 and take a look at the math message that you solved. It says, plot each of the following bicycle race events on the number line below. Label each event with its letter. Hint, 0 on the number line stands for the starting time of the race. Okay, so if we think about that 0 is starting time, and we're talking about these events that some happened before the race started, some happened after. So if we say that check in 5 minutes before the race starts, our A should be at negative 5, because it happened 5 minutes before starting time. B, change gears 30 seconds after the race starts, So here we should have our B. C, get on the bicycle 30 seconds before the race starts. So our C should be at negative 0.5. D, the winner finishes at 6 minutes 45 seconds. Okay, so D should be right here, in between 6.5 and 7. E, complete the first lap 3 minutes 15 seconds after the race starts. So here's your E, 3 minutes 15 seconds, halfway between 3 and 3.5. And F, check the tire 7 minutes before the race starts. So F should be down here at negative 7. On journal pages 229 and 230, the rest of the pages, you have several questions about comparing, ordering, working with positive and negative numbers. Okay? Try your best. Working with negative numbers is kind of a new thing for 5th graders. Give it a try, and we'll compare answers with partners tomorrow, and we'll talk and discuss about what the answers should be and see how you did.